Although dragons are on the way, the Wizarding Weekend continues on Professorvoqas, and this is Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
I decided to come up to the Museum of Art for today's episode because pretty good high spawn rates, usually during events, high spawn rates. So I figured this would be a good way to get a lot of event spawns, but I've already clicked on this. You see that high threat foundable? That's actually a dragon. It's a Peruvian viper tooth. And I'm actually going to throw a trace charm on it in our continued look at what the new trace charm looks like. Good, I did hit it. Look at that. So I ended up getting 2 emergency foundables out of it, and let's see, 2 emergency, and it looks like a 2 care of magical creatures commons. So let's go ahead and we're going to hit the Viper Tooth first, and let's see if it clones. I don't have a tonic on or anything right now, so probably should have put a Barufios on, actually. But no worries, I think I'll put one on. Actually, wait. It won't let me do it in screen. I was going to say I could do it right after this. Right after this, I'll put a Barufios on for the rest of them. I'm not super worried about missing the experience from one of these, even though it is pretty good. Crit, I got it with 1 hit. Sweet. So 2 out of 3. Yes, it did clone itself. So let's hit that clone. I didn't put a Barufios on. That's okay. I'm just going to hit this clone. We'll do it after that. Sweet. So 2 crits, 2 times 1 shot. Anyway, I'm going to be able to place that image, which is nice. I'll get a rank up in all of these as well. Hopefully we see a lot of those rank ups this week as the event goes on. But I'm going to go ahead and place the image. There's no reason for me not to. It's already green starred. We're about to get a whole bunch more. So this page isn't getting prestige for at least a little bit, till probably enough time for me to get another 3 fragments of that. Sweet. By the way, so you may have noticed my original trace, it wasn't for trace charm, just a wild trace only gave me 1 fragment. The clone gave me 2 fragments. You can see everything is gone now, so I am going to need to shut the game down and reopen it to get those traces to reappear. Hopefully they reappear. So you can see both of them did come back. I'm going to put a Barufios on because the next thing we're about to do, I was going to put it on anyway. And we'll put the tonic for trace detection on maybe after that. But there's so many spawns here. Usually when I'm here at the art museum, I don't have to put a tonic on because there's so many spawns. But anyway, let's back out and let's hit these 2 guys. Nice. It took a bunch of casts, but I did get the first one. It didn't depart on me. Sweet. So 5 out of 7. So if I get 2 fragments from this, that should actually get me to put the sticker down. Sweet. That was actually first cast. I actually got a first cast there. So we should be at 7 out of 7, which means I can place this image, which actually, it's perfect. The timing on this couldn't have been more perfect on something I'm going to talk about right now, about how I look at events. All right, so while we're in here in Magizoology, I still have the Barufios. Oh, let's go ahead and place the image down. There we go. Ooh, 350 family experience, 35 ministry manuals. That is awesome. And we got 3 rank ups out of that. Okay, so looking back at all the pages, when I'm done with an event, kind of, what do you do with the event at that point? Are there port keys involved? That kind of thing, to decide what else I want to do, or is there anything I need to do before the event ends? So for me, this event, it's look at the 5 things that were increased spawns. The Billywig, which is on this page right here, the branch of Bowtruckles on this page, and then the Unicorn Newt and the Alchemy eggs on this page. And when I look at all of them are green starred now. And actually Newt just got green starred, and that's what I was referring to, that it was so coincidental. He was the only thing I didn't have green starred. With increased spawns, you want to make sure you make the most of the event, and the best you can do is have them green starred on a page and then actually build them back up. But certainly green starred so that that page is ready to prestige, and those foundables won't prevent you from prestiging. And then you just got to work on the other stuff. Really, when it comes to any event, I'm always looking at which foundables are available, and I want to make sure I get the most out of them, because if it's things you don't ever see, then you really want to do it. And even if it's a common thing, you just, while they're spawning more, just get as many as you can. At least get it to green star, because at least that image, you don't have to worry about it for prestiging. This of course is if you're actually interested in prestiging pages. Some people might not, that might not be a concern for them. For me, it is something I'm looking at doing. I do enjoy collecting and getting over there. So for this event, just getting them ready so that whenever the other foundables do come around, either from an event or just in the wild, I'll be able to prestige, and the thing that held me back won't be something that I say, oh, I could have got more of that during that event. So So for this event, I've done all those things. So it'll be collecting more at this point, but not a big deal. This page in particular, we've talked about before in other videos. Now that I have those 3 on a green star, the unicorn, the alchemy eggs, and newt, the other 2 are completely fortress dependent. So I don't have to wait for an event. I can just go to fortresses with Magizoology runestones and just run them until I get those foundables. Moving on to preparing for the Dragon Week, I do need to clear my port keys out, which I finally did get all 10 walked. I have 5 10K / 5K, 1 2.5 kilometer, normally a 5 kilometer, and then the rest are all 1 kilometer. So let's open all of those, but actually let's see what my experience is at right now. So my current experience, 219,500, so about 220,000 minus 500. So let's open up these port keys on this Rufio's, and let's see how much experience I can get from having half of the max kilometer port keys, and see if the last time I did 10 max kilometer port keys, the 10 kilometer ones that are currently at 5 kilometer, I got 33,000 experience, I think. So let's hit them all and see what we get. So after finishing up 10 port keys, we ended up at 239,752, which is about 20,200. So about 20,000 experience we got, which is nice. There were some big chunks in there. Now here's the crazy thing. The last port key you saw, well, one of the last port keys you saw, I got a Chinese fireball egg out of it. I actually got it. I don't know if they have increased the rates or it's pure coincidence. Either way, that's one less Chinese fireball egg that I'm gonna need, which is nice. So anyway, last thing I wanna do, well, 2 more things I wanna do is go to the registry, and then we'll talk about what we're about to do. So in the registry, magical games and sports, yes, there it was. I knew I had seen it. I got a fragment out of, you might have seen it in the port key. I got the 5th fragment for the Goblet of Fire. So I've never placed that image. Boom, we're placing that image right now. Sweet. So 50, I haven't even prestiged this page, obviously. So 50 ministry manuals. 50 family experience. I think it was 3 ministry manuals. Nice. Another treasure trunk, another 1,000 experience. And then over in oddities, we never went over there after we got the Peruvian. So a couple rank ups there. So anyway, what we are about to do, you can see where I am actually has some decent spawns, but really as I walk on some of these trails, there's some areas that have massive amounts. In fact, as I scroll right there, it's there. It's just north. It's at the top of the screen. So where all those inns are, I could just sit there and spawns will just keep coming and coming and coming. I see a unicorn over there. I promise I'll get it. But I'm on the Brufios. I'm probably going to re-up this Brufios. So we're just here really to grind some experience at this point. And then heading over to potions, if you look right here, and I do this all the time. If I'm going to do a grinding session, or if I'm going to walk around, or even just if I'm just going to open the game occasionally throughout the day, I'll look at what potions I have, what I want to brew, and what I'm missing. So right now, Extimula potions is what I've been going through them a lot. And they're quick to brew, and the ingredients are easy to find. So right now you can see I have enough of everything except for Rem blood, so I'm just going to be looking for that constantly. Barufios, you can see rune spore eggs. I only have 13, and the other things I have a lot more. Leaping toadstool I planted this morning. I will be harvesting it tomorrow around 4 o'clock. And end up getting, well, it's going to be included in the episode. You're going to see we're going to get 18 from the 2 greenhouses I planted in, and then using the greenhouse charm to maximum effect, essentially. But anyway, I still need more rune spore eggs, just looking to the future. I don't really care about the other potions right now. I could look at what ingredients they needed if it was something I was interested in. So right now, Rem blood and rune spore eggs, if I see them, I'm just on the lookout for them. So if I see them, I'll pick them up. Anyway, let's go ahead and get grinding because I see a newt right there. As you saw, massive variety of spawns. Did not use a tonic for trace detection, so everything you saw was just wild spawns. Finished the Barufios, the little bit I had left, and then did another Barufios that actually just ran out a little bit ago. But so many different spawns. Like I said, you got to see all of them, and actually you can see right around me now. Well, there was just a oddity as well as a high threat Magizoology, or higher threat. Anyway, let's look at my experience. I'm just about to hit 300,000 towards 450. So about 2/3 of the way through. Fantastic. I do have some stuff in the registry, rank up, and then I have one image to place, but I have to find it. I can't remember where it is. Oh, I found it. It's over here in Sports and Games. It was the Nimbus 2000. And since the foundable that I need, I see Nimbus 2000s enough that I'm not worried about getting built back up. But to prestige this page, I need Quidditch Through the Ages. I need 5 more of those from Fortresses. But so I'll go ahead and place the image instead of saving those fragments, because it's not as big a deal for me to build back up to those 9 fragments, because I do see it enough that I'm not too worried about it. For the port keys, I did end up picking up a 1 kilometer port key, opened that port key, got like 1,800 experience out of it, and then this, I picked up another one. I'm about halfway through unlocking it, but I'm still trying to keep them unlocked. I actually got a silver key from Foundable, from returning a Foundable also, so that was pretty cool. And the last thing, over at Ingredients, I was trying to get more Runespore egg. You remember that? That was one thing that I was a little low. I had like 13, so now I'm up to 28. And Ram Blood, I ended up getting 15. I was at 0, which means when I go over to potions now, I have this tonic, but I can actually queue up 3 Extimulos, and I still have, since I had 15, that's 12 more I can still brew. I have 14 right now. But it means I can just kind of keep them running through, which is great, because then I can feel free to use them a little bit more liberally when there's foundables that I really want to catch. That's going to do it for today's episode. Definitely prepping now for the dragon stuff, trying to gain more silver keys, or if I gain them, I'm not using them, I should say. Cleared out my port keys, got a Chinese fireball egg, which you can't plan on, but that was a bonus anyway. One other bonus is it was a completely temperate day. It hasn't been that hot. Like, I haven't been just sweating constantly while playing. It's been really nice, but it's about to warm back up this coming week, so we'll see. With the dragons coming in, it only makes sense. All that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Nox.